being invaded. Literally never thought we would ever have this problem. Just shy of 11,000 feet elevation. We made our way back to one of our most frequent stops, Durango, Colorado. And yes, we did stay at the Westerly RV Park again, purely for its close proximity to the hot springs. They never seem to disappoint. If you missed our other visits and want to see more of those, I've linked them below in this video. For this trip, we spent 3 weeks and got to do new bucket list adventures like the $1 Million Highway.
Might not have room on this for all the buns. I wonder if the toaster might be better.
Okay. Like them. So Dan made smash burgers, and the best part is the condiments. So I go a little funky, so I put chive cream cheese on it, and then I put this garlic sauerkraut, and then in the middle, since it's a double stack, I put this garlic aioli, and I think it's gonna be bomb. What's nice about our RV spot is the hot springs have live music tonight, so we can just hear it from our campground. And so we're just gonna sit outside and have a fire and listen. And then 2, we just got an Airbnb booking. So I put in a lot of work to keep it updated, Lincoln. But it's nice that it's just like passive and people can book whenever. So it's just like a nice little surprise. Good.
Nice deal.
Isn't it good? It's chucked meat. One of our afternoons was taken up by trying to build our own sewer hose. We had bought a cheaper hose that you had to add the attachments to, which was due to some furry friends destroying our previous one. Right, to go empty our tanks, and this is what we came out crazy. So the only thing we can think is bear. Yeah, it clawed all around it, so but $100 lasted a day. So we're not gonna buy a new one.
seems like once it gets over this part,
I don't even have that part.
let's try and switch.
I wish I could report being successful, but sadly we were not. Alright, it's been a saga, but we got another 20-foot hose kit, and the thought process is we're a little far from a sewer right now, so we can leave our 15 and our 10 connected, and then we'll have an additional 20 that we can just mix and match to use. But we told the people about the 2 bear incidents and our hose being destroyed twice, and they mentioned 2 days prior that another guy in their park had the same thing happen, and said that it was a gray water tank that only had gray water, and I guess it didn't clean out well enough. So seems to be a trend, so I guess we're just gonna try to put that one away and only take it out when we go to flush it, just to save that hose, because it's been an expensive experience. We're returning another set of hose that we bought that just didn't work, so it's just been a saga. So we'll see if this works. But we did just drive through the Alpen Rose RV park, and we're kind of kicking ourselves for not trying to stay there. It's really nice, had over 100 sites, and they had a huge dog park, like a huge dog area for them to run around. So definitely we'll stay there next time. They also had a pool, a dog wash station, a cafe, a RV store, set, volleyball court, pickleball court, little farm area with chickens. So really nice spot. So definitely try that next time. But for now we like the Westerly because again we can just walk right across the street.
I came in to do the awning and there was 3 of them just on the ceiling.
Oh god. We are being invaded by ladybugs. Literally never thought we would ever have this problem. I know they're supposed to be good luck, so we're not trying to kill any, but they're everywhere.
Yeah,
and
they have to do.
but there's, oh my god.
Yeah, look at this. They get in the cracks.
Yeah. Oh god. So many. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So most ladybugs we've ever seen, and we looked it up. So in autumn, when it's warm out, they look for warm places to go to mate. And the side of our RV gets pretty hot in the sun in autumn. So for whatever reason, they decide that is where they're gonna be. And so we definitely don't want them inside because what they're doing is mating. So we're trying everything we can to keep them out, but that's our current struggle. So we're gonna make sure we get those little bug things. I'll link it and show you when we install it. But these little bug things for our furnace exhaust area, and then I think there's one more place, so 3 little like metal covers that are mesh, and they just ensure like bugs can't crawl in and like lay eggs or be in your RV, because you can prevent it, you should, because an infestation, don't want to deal with that. But that is what we're dealing with. Who knew? Ladybugs, autumn, when it's warm, they want to be in your RV. We decided it was time to drive the $1 Million Highway and see if it lived up to its hype. When it comes to fall colors, we could not have picked a better time to go. If you're starting from Durango, the drive takes you past Purgatory, which is home to the ski town and resort that's closest and most popular to Durango residents. The $1 Million Highway itself is often called one of the most beautiful drives in not just Colorado, but in the entire U.S., and it honestly deserves this title. The route runs from Durango to Ouray, passing through Silverton along the way, and every mile feels a little more dramatic than the last, especially as you get closer to Ouray. That said, it can also be pretty dicey in spots, with no guardrails on some really thin roads. So it is a good reason to maybe skip on taking your rig down it. The $1 Million Highway refers to just really the section between Silverton and Ouray in the San Juan Mountains. The rest of it just is part of Highway 550. The road is mostly known for its steep grades, narrow lanes, and sharp hairpin turns. And you can't forget about the incredible views. We got a lot of different weather during our drive. We got anywhere from fall weather, rainy weather, to foggy, to snow. And there is a saying in Colorado that if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes and it'll change. And we definitely see that throughout. We hit some heavy fog, and then earlier in the week, we actually experienced experienced hail at our campsite. Luckily, it passed within 20 minutes and there wasn't any damage, but still a little scary when it happens. We ended up getting super lucky on our way into the $1 Million Highway, and we actually came across some moose just off to the side of the road in the bog area. There was about 6 of them. We lived in Colorado for 5 years before full-time RVing, and we've never seen a moose in Colorado in those 5 years. And then in the past month that we've been traveling Colorado to see the foliage, we've now seen what? 10 moose.
6 today.
Yeah, 6 today. Pretty crazy. Our stretch of the actual $1 Million Highway was actually pretty unlucky, being hit by such heavy fog. We could really only just barely see what was in front of us, and it got a little bit scary on the way down into Ouray. After an hour and 40-minute drive, we finally made our way down into the town of Ouray. Ouray was founded in 1870 during the Colorado's gold and silver mining boom. It's pretty popular for having over 300 miles of hiking trails and is super scenic, as well as known for ice climbing in the winter, and then other waterfalls like Fox Canyon Falls and other scenic trails throughout the year. The town has Victorian-era buildings and lots of things to do like boutique shops, breweries, and saloons to check out. It's highly a sought-after destination. We made it to Ouray, and we definitely probably did the scariest part of the $1 Million Highway in thick fog, but still really beautiful. And we took the boys to the Ouray dog park. It was nice. And if you're not RVing, or actually if you are RVing, there's 4J RV park in downtown Ouray, which we looked into staying at. It looks really nice, and it's actually right next to the dog park. And then there's trails back there along the creek that you can get to the hot springs from. So option for people that want to stay on the other side of the $1 Million Highway in Ouray. And for those that maybe aren't RVing, the options that we've stayed before in Ouray is the Imogen hotel, which is actually dog friendly. So we stayed with these guys, and we stayed over winter. So we've only visited Ouray area in winter before, so it's really quite beautiful in the fall as well. And then if you're wanting to stay closer to Telluride, it's still about 25 minutes out, but we've stayed with them at the hostel, which is 25 minutes from downtown Telluride, and it's quite reasonable and it's dog friendly, and they have like community area that has like pool tables, and they do like karaoke and stuff, so it's a really nice option. But yeah, now time for the drive back. It's like an hour and a half, but then we're gonna just watch some football and have a chill Sunday afternoon. But highly recommend the $1 Million Highway. It's really beautiful. They all have flashing lights. Stopped at Molas Pass, which is just south of Silverton, on our way back to Durango. It's just shy of 11,000 feet elevation, and it's a great place for photos and a place to jump on the Colorado Trail if you want to. So if you're into backpacking, it's actually a way to get onto the Colorado Trail, which is 500 miles long and goes from Denver to the Molas Pass, so pretty crazy. There's also the Durango Bicycle Classic that happens, and that's the kind of end point on where that goes, starting in Durango to Silverton. So it's pretty beautiful, 360 mountain views, and then as we're going back to Durango, we're getting a whole bunch of the foliage, and there's some snow-topped mountains, so really pretty this time of year. So first early few weeks in October, I'd say, are probably a highlight time to go, so highly recommend. It's off of the $1 Million Highway, which is Highway 550, and it is one of the most beautiful scenic drives in the country, so definitely add it to your bucket list if it's not already on there. And we think it's definitely really beautiful, especially in the fall, but we both agree that the going to the Sun Road in Glacier National Park still is our number one for prettiest scenic drives, but this has taken spot number 2. So we got the boys loaded up and we're gonna go to James Ranch, which is a farm-to-table burger ranch, and it has a back patio area that is dog-friendly, so that's why they come too. And it's got really good reviews, so we will see. Are you excited? Do you want to go get a burger? Oh yeah. Rocky? James Ranch is a working family ranch and farm about 10 miles north of Durango. It spans roughly 400 acres and has been running since 1961. The farm focuses on sustainable regenerative farming and produces about 100% grass-fed beef, artisan cheeses, pork, raw milk, eggs, vegetables, and more. You can even check out their own on-site farmers market and walk the trails around to learn more about their regenerative farming. Rocky. Not for you. The burgers were a 10 out of 10, but sometimes we still prefer the smash burgers that Dan made. Highly recommend this stop if you're in Durango. Thanks so much for watching. As always, we hope our travels inspire your travels, and if you like what you see, hit that like button on the video. And Lincoln wants to say, if you want to continue on the adventure, hit subscribe. Thank you.